Hi everyone, it's Peggy Merwin with Stamp with Peggy. Today is Monday, October 3rd. September's done. We are definitely running into some fall weather. It's supposed to cool down a little bit this week. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead while I'm watching for some of you to come on and see if I can see me on my computer so I can follow along. Hi Roseanne, thanks for joining. Okay, there we are. Okay, so tell me hi when you're on so I know who all's watching live. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Our weather here was beautiful. Tony worked outside and we cooked over the campfire both nights. We had steak for, Saturday night and chicken wings last night. So it was fabulous. Tastes so much better over the wood fire. Hi Elizabeth, thanks for joining tonight. So pop in the comments what you guys did this weekend. Hi Annie. We're getting ready for a camping weekend this weekend. We're coming up on Columbus Day, along with getting ready for Fall Fest, which is just under 3 weeks away now at this point. So I'm hot and heavy in the middle of everything. Hi Marianne, so glad you could make it tonight. Hi Linda. Okay, so again, make sure you're commenting. Pop in and tell me again what you did this weekend, what you have coming up this week. Did any of you join World Card Making Day? I know I had some of you on that I knew were coming on. That was a fabulous event. It was actually much better than I expected it to be. It went very quick, and I'm going to share with you. I did 2 out of the 3 cards that they did. I didn't have the third bundle, and by the time I had made an alternate card for the first 2, so by then I couldn't follow along very well to be able to come up with what else I was going to use because I didn't prepare ahead of time very well. Somebody is, Sharon, good for you. She spent most of the day, and I did see pictures of her hubby being an election judge today. She is out in Delaware. I joined Stampin' Up event, but I didn't get a chance to do the cards. Wasn't pre-ready. I agree. But hopefully, Annie, you had fun watching. I always love watching Shelly and Sarah stamp together, mother and daughter duo. It can sometimes get a little wild and crazy, and they kind of all talk at the same time, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And for the first time, Corey Hancock has been with the company for 20 years, I think she said. Almost 24 years. And her daughter works at Stampin' Up! And so they did a stamping presentation together too. And I thought it was fabulous. I loved her daughter Jordan's younger thought process on some of the things because, we all kind of run into that is us older people, we like to send cards and the younger people tend not to, but she had some great thoughts and ideas. I will try to post, there is a link that you can still get on and watch that, even if you didn't join prior, for about a week. I think it's only through like the end of next week or so. So I'll try to find that link and post that so that you guys can get a chance, if you didn't, to be able to watch it. I know a lot of you had things going on all weekend. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down because I have some things to quick share with you before we get into our project today. Tomorrow is a big, big day in the Stampin' world. We started our new Stampin' Up! Year on October 1st, so on Saturday. So today's like the first official business day. Tomorrow there are some fabulous deals coming around that everybody can join in. So hang on while we get you down here out of the way. Let's flip the camera and down. All right, coming back up again. Hi Deb, thanks for jumping on. All right, let's get you back up here in the holder. And it dropped down a little bit. Okay, last week's winner from the comments, shares, and likes and tags is the Solid Faceted Gems. And Luann, you are the lucky winner of this. So I'll be popping this out in the mail to you, Luann. And Elizabeth is giving away some of our fun. It's awesome. Tomorrow is Stampin' Up! Is offering free shipping on all orders placed tomorrow that are $75 or more. Don't try to place your order tonight at midnight. It won't go live until 1 a.m. our time, okay? So from 1 a.m. Central Time until, let me stop and think. 11:59 is 12, is 1 o'clock until like 1 o'clock Wednesday morning. Let's just say midnight Wednesday, okay? Wednesday. Midnight Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Okay, so all day tomorrow, any orders of $75 or more, you get free shipping. This is fabulous. Those ladies who received my Fall Fest supply list, it's a great time to get those added on. You get to save. I had somebody who saved a bunch already when she emailed me her order to place tomorrow. There's also a brand new kit coming out tomorrow, and I cannot wait to place an order for this. It is the birthday card organizer kit. And I'm going to bring it up a little bit closer. This is just pictures that I was able to grab of it. Okay, and I'm going to flip here. So this kit is fabulous for beginners who don't have a lot of experience. There is no stamping on it, but it's also great for those who have been crafting for a while because it is a gorgeous kit. So the thought process behind it is it's a little journal. It's an 8x10 in size. And then it has pages in there that you can slip cards for whatever birthdays you have, say January. Stick 2 birthday cards in there in April. October is a big month around here. You're going to have about 12 cards in the October pocket. But then you're making 12 cards total. You're making 6 of this one and 6 of this one. And then again, you can swap pieces around, turn envelopes into cards. There are no stamps with this one, but you get lots of sticker greeting sheets. So this thing is fabulous. And it's only $25. It starts tomorrow. And again, this is just me and my guess, but I think this one's going to sell out very quickly. I wouldn't wait long to get that one. All right, let's see. Oh, I got other things in here that don't belong in here. Okay, so those were the 2 things that I wanted to share there. And for those of you who have been thinking that you might like to get a discount on all of your stamping supplies, there is also a recruiting special or sign-up special that starts tomorrow. Normally, the starter kit is $99, and you get to choose $125 for the month of October only. $99 for the starter kit, but you get to choose $155 in product of whatever you want. So sign up tomorrow morning. In your starter kit, you can add that birthday organizer kit plus $130 more in goodies. And then you get 20% off from all your future orders. So it's fabulous. So I know a couple of you have been kind of thinking about it. It's a great time to join. We can talk more about that. Okay, so World Card Making Day was Saturday. Stampin' Up! Did about a 2.5 to 3 hour online virtual event. It was fabulous. I thought it was one of the best events that they have done. Everything kept moving along very quickly, but it was very entertaining, I thought. And so the first set was the Cottage Rose Stamp Set. And so this isn't quite. I put a variation on mine. They had theirs in pastel colors, and I'm in fall season. I tend to be a seasonal stamper. So I changed Cajun Craze and Mossy Meadow, and then added Cajun Craze and colored my pearls. But that was their version in my color scheme. And then I decided I wanted to, me, I like to have layers. So then I did this one, adding a layer, making the vanilla smaller and adding a layer of Cajun Craze. And then I also turned it into an easel card, okay, so that it can sit on display. I thought that was really pretty. Excuse me. And then the second one was using a brand new bundle That was available starting in October. It's called Warm Welcome, and I forgot to grab the stamp set and bring it over, but this was the card that Stampin' Up! Created. I added the little border because I didn't like how it was not centered very well. Okay, so I did it in the colors and everything that they did. And then I went back to the drawing board, and I had seen a card by Susie Wood, a demonstrator in Iowa that I just adore. And so I made a version of hers. I added another layer. You got to have a Peggy layer in there. I popped the door up on dimensionals. I added the little flowers instead of the hands with the coffee cups across it. So those are just my versions of these fun projects. Okay, so we're not doing Halloween tonight. I think it was Linda that suggested, how about fall? So I saw this. It's something I've wanted to do for a long, long time, and I haven't. And so I decided this was perfect. I am using the Soft Seedlings Stamp Set, which is a very simple stamp set with the big leaf and then the little helicopters. I don't know what they're really called, and then 4 fun little greetings. Okay. You guys know, again, I like one-sheet wonders. Okay. So it's kind of a one-sheet wonder. We're going to make our own designer paper. Okay. So I'm using Cajun Craze. Annie, that's the fun part of stamping, is you really get to turn it into what you want. I decided that I was going to go ahead and do with Stampin' Up! Style first. Typically, their style of samples are not necessarily mine because they tend to go a little more simplified. And you know me, I still like simple. I love very simple, but it's got to have layers. It's got to have layers. Okay, so I'm using Cajun Craze, and I'm using the large leaf. And I'm just going to stamp down the middle. Okay, so I'm just going to keep inking it up, maybe twisting and turning the stamp. And I'm just going to go all the way across the whole piece. Looks like I need to add some more ink to my Cajun Craze. The cool thing is this is, oh my goodness, I can't think what I want to call it. Distinctive stamp, which means it has lights and darks automatically. You don't have to try to ink up a little heavier in one space and a little lighter in another space. Okay, so again, you're just inking it up every time and going across. Don't worry if it's not straight. I see I'm going downhill a little bit. That's okay. Okay, then I'm going to take and I'm going to come this way. So we're going to divide the paper in half or in quarters. Okay, and I am going to come, and I don't know if it's showing, I'm going to come right down here to this very bottom and fill that space in also. Okay, now we're going to go back up to the top. The distinctive stamps make it, it makes it look like you are truly an artist and all you're doing is adding some ink. I love them, Cheryl. Okay, let's get this. Okay, kind of weird looking, right? But we're going to add one more in those open spaces on the ends. Okay, then I took Crumb Cake ink and the little helicopter stamp, and very lightly, I added some of those in. Not very many, and I just just for a little bit of variance and to fill in some of the open spaces. And if it looks like you're getting too much pressure, try stamping off so that you just get a light color, not a real dark, heavy color. You can do this technique with any stamps, any colors. Okay, how cool is that? Oh, yay, good. Gail says she was just looking for this today. Okay, now I'm going to pull my paper trimmer in, and I'm just going to cut it in half at 5 1/2, and then in half again at 4 1/4, okay? And then we'll do some more trimming after that. So there's my 5.5 and 4 1/4. Look at how cool that looks. You can at that point, you know, when you get, before you get ready to, because apparently I can't tell my center very well when I'm standing up at a weird angle, but that's okay. All right, then we're going to pull in some cardstocks. And I decided to go with, we're going to make 4 cards. So I decided to go with 2 Cajun Craze and 2 Crumb Cake. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and they are standard size, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And so we're just going to fold those in half. I just had a blast doing this. And I've been playing a little bit with the Soft Seedlings Stamp Set, so it was perfect to use for this. All right, and so I'm going to make them go both directions. So then, you know me, I cut matte layers. Okay, so I have a matte layer that's 4 by 5 1/4, 2 Cajun and 2 Crumb Cake. Okay, and then these are going to go on top of that. So there we're going to need to trim them down to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So I'm going to cut off this plain side. Tina or Annie, have you tagged Tina yet? Because she's going to love this technique too, right? Okay, so I did 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And we're going to do that to all 4 card bases. And I told you in the beginning, just cut them originally at the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That way, as you're designing and putting them, you can decide for sure if you want another layer behind it. Or if you want to be Peggy style if you want to be Peggy style with a mat, or if you are one that just likes it down flat, you don't want to cut a bunch of extras, you're making a bunch and you just want to keep it super simple, and that's okay too. Okay, so I trimmed them all down to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, and now I need to cheat and look. And again, it really makes no difference, and you can switch them up completely. Okay, you can, let's see. So we're going to do that one, and then that one, and then that one. Okay, so I've got them going all different directions out of that. Okay, so now we're just going to assemble. Trying to think who all I saw is on tonight with birthdays. Roseanne has a birthday. Who else did I just see that had popped on that has a birthday this month? Yay, Roseanne, I'm glad. Who else has birthdays in October? I want to make sure that I have you guys on my list. I believe I sent my October birthday cards out on Thursday or Friday last week. I was actually ahead. Thanks, Cheryl. You know that Cajun Craze and Crumb Cake or Soft Suede are definitely my fall colors. Okay. Now, again, if you wanted to keep it super simple and you had a bunch of cards to make, stamp your greeting right on here. You know, add the one layer underneath just to help give you a pop of color. And then just stamp your greeting right in that open space. I used Very Vanilla on this one, just because the tones with the Crumb Cake I thought went a little bit better. All right, Jackie, it is so worth it. I just love this little set. It's one of the smaller sets in the catalog, but it's got great little greetings, and the leaves are fabulous. Card Club people, I am going to tonight post out an email with a host code for Club Wednesday night. If you want to get in on the free shipping tomorrow and place your club order tomorrow and use that host code, you can do that. We want to get all the savings that we can get. Okay, so we've got that part assembled. Now I cheated a little bit because I already did my stamping. Oh, and don't forget, the Crumb Cake ones are okay, but the Cajun Craze, you're going to want to put a very vanilla on the inside so that you can see your greeting when you write it. The Crumb Cake ones, I think, are light enough already. Okay. And then let's put that one in there. Okay. All right. So then I used what's my favorite die set? Anybody know what my favorite is? I'm watching for a second. Yeah, Linda says I'm an enabler. Sorry, just a little bit. Yes. I'm seeing lots of love this stamp set. You might have said already, but what do you call this technique? I just call it making your own designer paper. I don't know. I mean, I've seen a couple of them recently, and I don't know that anybody calls it a special name. Some completely fill the whole piece of cardstock, and depending, I struggle a little bit with mixing different colors together I'm trying to get too perfect. That's why this worked really well. If you have an open spot, you can fill in a little bit with some of the smaller stamps. Okay, you guys are definitely right. Stylish Shapes is exactly my favorite dies. So that's what I used, and I stamped So Grateful, Thinking of You, For You, and Hello. And Jackie, you are exactly right. This is one of those stamp sets that you just fly right by in the catalog and go, but there's something with the distinctive that pulls me in every single time. All right, I'm trying to clear some of my stuff out of the way. Okay, now I've got the linen thread. Okay, and then I am going to, where did I put my dimensionals? Okay, so I'm just starting, and I don't know how much. I just kind of work off from here. So what I started with is I just put 2 lines of adhesive on the back of my circle, and then I just kind of twirled and created 2 or 3 letters. Yep, Gail, the distinctive ones, I just love how it makes it look like I know what I'm doing when it comes to art looking type projects. You know, I can stamp in color. That's okay. But when I'm looking for something that's a little fancier, the distinctive stamps makes it so easy. Okay. So I just wrapped it around a few times. Now we're going to put dimensionals on the back of it. And I am going to put probably, Helen, you love this, a few more dimensionals than normal because I want it to help hold the twine down. Okay, and then I don't want it to rock. So yeah, I have 6 of them on the back of this little thing. A little excessive, but it definitely helps me keep that in place. Okay, and so then I'm just going to tuck that right there. And then I'm going to do the same kind of thing on this long one. Okay, how are we doing? Oh, let's see. This, yeah, that'll work. I want it to go like that as I get my arms in the way here. See, this is one of those things that I struggle with too, because, you know, the loops should be like the same size. Not really, and it looks better when they're not, which is why I'm doing it this way, because usually I wrap it around my fingers, and then I tie it in the middle so it all stays nice and neat. And I had to kind of break myself of that. Okay, and then on the ends so that it doesn't rock. Did I get them all off? Nope. Okay, and then we're going to just stick that one right there. You got it. No saggy bits for Peggy. All right, this time I want, yep. And I'm just kind of putting my adhesive to remind me which direction I want my twine to go. It really doesn't matter, and you could put a whole bunch of adhesive all over the back of it, but then it tends to fall a little bit in the middle, again, unless you use a lot of dimensionals. See, that's what we call all the layers the Peggy style, and we call the dimensionals, yeah, the Peggy style. Okay, we'll do 3 this time. How's that? We'll get a short little one in there someplace. All right, let's cut that off. And I think my arms are like really getting all over in the way tonight. Okay, we're gonna put that there and that there. And then on each end. And our So Grateful goes right there. And then we have one more. And let's take that one over here and over here. There's no such thing as over-dimensionalized, Linda. No such thing. And I always laugh as some watch me. And yeah, I do kind of use a lot. And then I grin when somebody cuts them in half or even in quarters. And I'm like, oh, okay, what did I say? It ends up being, it's $1 a sheet. So I could use, let's see, divided into 4. I could use 25 dimensionals on one card, and it would cost me $0.25 because there's 100 on a sheet. So right there, that cost me 4 cents for those 4. All right, yeah, let's add 2 more just for good measure because we might as well make it 6 cents, right? Okay. And there we go. Now again, we could leave it just like that, or we can pull in some embellishments because again, free shipping, you know, let's see, what is it? It's 11%. So if you spent $70, yeah, if you placed your $75 order, you like get these free. So why not, right? All right, and then we're just gonna add, whoops, some of these. All right, let's get a couple of bigger ones over here on this one just to use up evenly, because that's the other thing that drives me crazy is when I don't use them evenly. And then I have a whole bunch of little ones left or a whole bunch of big ones left. So just mix and match them. Okay, let's put, oops, on there and on there. And then we'll throw a couple of little ones around here. And one left. All right. Well, look at that. We have just enough little ones left. We'll do that and that. Why not? And then we'll again add a couple of big ones there. And ta-da! Our cards are all done. Now again, don't forget, stamp your envelopes. How pretty would that be to get this card in the mail in an envelope that's got that same leaf all over it? Pretty. Okay, now you want to see another card sample that I did using this same technique. Okay. By the power of TV or magic of TV, check that out. I used the, oh goodness, what's it called? I got so excited I forgot to look at it. Oh, I'm coming. Okay, I used the Joyful Flurry Stamp Set. Okay, so I started with this big one in Night of Navy. And then, let's see, then I did this one in Night of Navy stamped off once. And then I used the little one and I stamped off twice. I tried with a couple other shades of blue, and since we no longer have Seaside Spray or Marina Mist, I didn't have a good one that coordinated the way I wanted it. So on these cards, I added a layer of the silver foil, okay? And then I added the festive pearls, the silver ones of those all around. You could add a little bit of Wink of Stella to get a little more shimmer, or your base piece could be a piece of shimmer white. stamped on, because then you'll get the little sparkly shimmer to it. But isn't that pretty? I mean, such a same technique, but it looks completely different. You could also do it in flowers. You could do, I kind of like the monochromatic look this way, but you could do it in all different shades. If you are one who likes lots of different shades of blues, pull those out and go wild with it. Isn't it fun? All right, so let's take a peek. I like the 2 layers on the tag. So do I. I may go back to these and add it on a little bit more. It just dressed it up, made it a little fancier, which worked really, really well for these with the silver foil on it too. Okay, so I am going to, I took pictures as I was doing this set of the full sheet stamped with the down the middle, and then I cut them apart and took a picture of that to show you that. And then again, then it's just layering and adding your sentiments and things to it. Okay, so that's it for tonight. Let's see if I'm in the picture. This is the host code that you want to use tomorrow when you place your order. Again, remember, it has to be $75. If you happen to have any coupon codes or anything left from, oh, I don't even know what it would have been. But any discounts or anything, the $75 comes after any discounts, okay? Those of you doing Fall Fest orders with me, your discount, you still get the free shipping on the full price because the discount is coming from me, not from Stampin' Up. And okay, Helen says, what time can we start ordering? We can start at 11:59 Mountain Time, which is 12:59 our time, 1 o'clock in the morning. And again, like I said, where did I put it? This beautiful thing will be available at that time. I will take a picture of this and post it. It was on my blog post today, but item number 161056 for $25. Yes, Gail, any demos who have celebration rewards, actually the celebration rewards had to be used already. But so you're going to want this. I'm trying to decide in my head how quickly, I mean, what a great birth or Christmas gift. Grab bag gift for $25. I don't know what your guys's is, but $25 for a grab bag type gift is amazing. Whether you put it together and give it to someone like that, or if you get together with someone even and assemble it. Fun times. That would make an experience along with a gift. How's that? Okay, so have a fabulous week. Have a nice long weekend. It's Columbus Day weekend, so we get a 3-day weekend. And I will be back, I think, next Monday night. I may move it to Tuesday night next week. I got to see for sure on our camping trip. So have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.